All right, picture this. It's the Academy Awards, right? The biggest night in Hollywood. An actor's name gets called for one of the most prestigious awards. The camera zooms in on their seat, and it's empty. That's exactly what happened in 2026, and it kicked off a real-time mystery right in the middle of the show.
So that was the question lighting up everyone's phones. Forget who they were wearing. The big question was, where in the world was the winner? We're talking about a Hollywood icon. How on earth does someone just not show up to their own Oscar moment?
And yeah, the star of our mystery was Sean Penn. He nabbed his third career Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in one battle after another. I mean, that's a massive achievement. But when his name echoed through the Dolby Theater, he was simply gone. As it turns out, this wasn't a case of being stuck in LA traffic or a last-minute flu. Nope. The reason for his absence was literally on the other side of the planet, thousands of miles away from any red carpet. That's right. While the show was still live, the New York Times dropped the bombshell. Sources confirmed Sean Penn was in Ukraine. So the mystery of where he was got solved pretty quick. But it just blew open an even bigger question. Why?
And this was no random visit. Just a day later, this message from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy himself put everything into perspective. He wasn't just in Ukraine. He was being praised at the highest level for his unwavering support from day one of the war. This wasn't about skipping an awards show. It was about choosing a different stage entirely.
You know, this whole episode really highlights a much bigger story. We're seeing a fundamental shift in Sean Penn's life. A very conscious move from being a full-time actor to something else entirely. I mean, just look at the contrast. Back in 2003, the guy was a machine, 4 films in a single year. But now, his acting roles are way more spread out. His energy is poured into things like lobbying for Ukraine and directing documentaries like his 2023 film, Superpower. It's a total transformation of his focus. So, here's what makes his absence so powerful. This isn't some actor who doesn't care about the Oscars. His relationship with the Academy is long and incredibly celebrated, which makes his decision to skip it even more significant. Let's just run through his Oscar history. He won Best Actor for Mystic River, then again for Milk, but the real turning point, 2022. That's when he actually gave one of his golden statues, his Oscar, to President Zelenskyy. He literally used the ultimate symbol of Hollywood achievement to make a statement about his real-world commitments. So his 2026 win isn't just another trophy, it's another chapter in this much, much bigger story. And you gotta remember, this win was not a shocker. Not at all. Penn was the heavy favorite. His performance in one battle after another had been absolutely dominating the entire awards season. He'd already collected the Actor Award, the BAFTA, the Critics' Choice Award, you name it. The film itself was this unstoppable force, winning over 270 awards. So everybody, and I mean everybody, probably including Penn himself, knew there was a very, very good chance he'd be taking home that Oscar. So this leads to a kind of fun theory. If he knew he was probably going to win, could he have been superstitious? Was he trying to avoid some kind of award show jinx? And it's a funny thought, because get this. The one big awards show he actually attended that season was the Golden Globes. He was nominated for the exact same role, and he lost. So when he shows up, no win. When he stays away, he gets the Oscar. Coincidence? Maybe. But the real reason goes a whole lot deeper. Look, the jinx theory is fun to kick around, but the truth really gets to the core of who Sean Penn is today. His decision was all about a completely different set of priorities. And this quote from the man himself really says it all. He says he doesn't really separate his craft, whether he's acting or building something, from his activism. For him, it all comes down to weighing the risk-benefit for the situation, not for himself. And in March 2026, he obviously decided that his time and his energy would do a lot more good in Ukraine than they would in a tux in Hollywood. And in the end, it leaves us with this pretty big question to think about. What really defines a person's legacy? Is it about the awards you pile up on a shelf? Or is it about the stands you take, using your platform to fight for what you believe in, even if it means stepping out of your own spotlight?